Hello. This is Kansas Hillbilly Prepper. I'm I'm here because I am answering to a contest. Old sub. I subbed this guy Obi Obi 1013. Jeez, oh Pete, I can't remember the numbers. Um, he's a good guy, gun guy. Um, but you have to be an old sub. I subbed him back on another whole contest, and once I sub somebody, I don't give up. And Obi, thank you for having this contest. But what he wants is a story, and you must. It doesn't have to. You don't have to be sub to him, but or you have to be sub to him, but it has to be an old sub. And since I'm an old sub, and well, I'm here to tell you a story. So here's my story. I mean, you asked what made me. Well, my life is based on strife. Since I've been 12 and a half, I've worked every day until I had my stroke, and I fought every day to survive since. But in the between time, this story is about this little girl right here. This little girl, yes, she's gone. Uh, Not to be sad because she's in a better place. Anything, never mind. She's in a better place now, so that's her little lock of hair there. She was my doctor. Years back when me and my wife first got married, I've had off off base real quick. I've had three kids of my own. She's had three kids of her own. I raised her, helped her raise her three kids, and I let well, my three, the mother lost them, and I, it was too late. Let's just say they got adopted, but it was mutual. It was all around mutual because they spent years in. It was just better for them. Not even that. That was strife. But this is about this little girl. Now, this is our little girl in my current life. And like I said in another video to Obumi, in 6 days, it'll be our 15th anniversary. And this is our little girl. She would be right now also 15. Actually, she was our wedding night, or night after. But when she was born, her nurse messed up. Gave my wife, let's just say, problems, complications because of the nurse's neglect. And it wasn't. I mean, it's all fixed now, but it was a nurse's neglect, and she came out with cerebral palsy, oxidative brain damage, um, and from the day she was born, they told us she wasn't going to live 24 hours, and she lived it. Um, I went down. I followed her. Uh-oh. What's this? Sorry for the delay. And okay. As I was saying, um, I had a thing on the computer. Sorry, guys. She was a week. She was uh, at a hospital. I had to follow them down to an NCIE or See, the intensive care unit, and I watched many babies die. I fretted out watching her. Uh, she was, they told me once I got there she wasn't going to live to 24 hours. I got testament for that one, but I sung her Yard of My Sunshine, and within about 8 hours she was beating me real the tube, the machine that kept her alive, the breathing machine. I can't even think of the name right now, sorry. It's a little upsetting. Um, she, then they told me she wasn't going to live 2 days, that I was just being too much, a positive uh, junkie, and she kept going, and she got off the respirator. That's the name of it, the respirator, within the next day. Um, then they told me she wasn't going to last 2 months. Or actually the first month. And the first month passed, she was still alive. She had many problems. I had to fight. I had to stand up for her. I also have another girl that has autism, and I've had to fight. I mean, the fight is there. You gotta fight for your kids. I fought for her, and then she sort of mellowed out, and they said, okay, she's not going to live 2 months. Well, something keeps messing up on my machine here. Okay, so anyway, she, as I was saying, they said she wouldn't last 2 months. She made it past 2 months. They said she wouldn't make it past a year. She made it past that year. I fought all the way trying to get her. I beat Oklahoma, because at that time when I was living in Oklahoma, I beat her. I was one of the fastest to ever get a chair that was needed for her, the way she sat. And she was she did really good. But then she got sick. We were the first history of they were trying to force us to do a DNR order on her, and told us we wouldn't know what we were talking about because she was really breathing. Her whole chest would cave in, trying to breathe. She gasped for air. And I told them she needed a trach. That's all she needed. We fought. I went and got her House of Representative because his daughter was the same, and we went to war on it. I won. So then the doctors, they scowled at me, and the surgeon guy, he's a major technical surgeon, said I was wrong. But by God, when it was all said and done, when she got her trach, the guy walked out and shook my hand and said, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Her throat was closing down on her. I fought for her then. I fought for her. They said she wouldn't live past 3 years. She lived past 3 years. Once she turned 3, then they told me she wouldn't live past 4. Then again, around 5, they said, oh, she won't last another year. She did it again. She fought and fought with me. At her side, I was fighting for her every inch of the way. I said I would know when it was time for my daughter to expire. If she was going to expire, she'd tell me, and my wife. And we fought. We fought hard. And when she turned 8 years old, she did. We had a lot of fights. Had a fight to get a feeding tube when she was about 6. They said, "Oh, she can't live another month or two. Don't see, you're just overdoing it. She has no quality of life. She won't live another year." They tried to tell us everything in the book that was wrong with her, and we knew. And then one day we walked into where she was at. We looked in her eyes, and she was saying this time. And we had our say with her, and I said, "If you gotta do what you gotta do, kiddo," and that's what I always told her. She passed away that night. But I'm here to tell you, my life was made in strife. That's what made me. Sorry, guys. Okay. Um, as the story goes, it's strife, my friend. Within a year after she died, my dad died, and then I had a stroke. And I fought ever since to get up. I was 300, like I told somebody else, I used to weigh 689 pounds, and I fought with my wife backing me all the way, taking care of me. I fought down to 300, and well, I fluctuate between 350 and 360, but it's a fluctuation thing, and unless I'm sick, and then I get water gain, but it's strife that keeps me, made me who I am. I fought when I was a kid, and after my dad took off, I fought to work. I worked 12 jobs, 12 part-time jobs, not real jobs. They were, cleaning back. I worked in sacking ice. I went to school and everything. I went go sack ice, go to school, go clean this place, go clean that place, go help the people do this and that. I did this till I got married when I was 17 and was going on 18, and then I had my first wife. We had 3 kids between then, and but it's always been strife. I'm That's what made me. And that story was about my little girl. She was the show of a fighter, true action. She's the bravest little girl I ever knew. So there's my story. I hope you liked it. Um, there's also I do have a daughter with autism too, and we fought, oh boy, about that one. And I know the strife you had to go through, and my heart's out for that one too. Um, so anyway, as I was saying, I better wind it up. It's been a long video. I'm sorry. But I hope you liked my story, and it's a good thing you're giving away there, Marlin. Um, so thank you for having the contest, Obi, and good luck to all the people out there that's doing this. All his subs, and I hope you accept my entry. Thank you very much, and talk to you later.